Dr. Jordan here. I wanted to chat a little bit about the gastrocolic reflex, especially for those that are dealing with some constipation type concerns. So the gastrocolic reflex occurs essentially when we start chewing and eating food, or anticipating eating or drinking, and it actually can stimulate our intestines to begin to move the stool out of the body. So think out with the old, in with the new type mentality. When we're dealing especially with some constipation concerns, there can be some really simple changes that we can make, even revolving around meal times. So in order to help stimulate the gastrocolic, right, we want to make sure that we're chewing our food really well, and in a perfect world, being mindful, right? So I don't necessarily want to be scrolling on my phone, watching TV, distracted if at all possible, even if I can just do that for a couple of minutes at a time. But as I'm eating, I really want to make sure I'm chewing my food well, I'm swallowing. That's also going to help to make sure that my body is getting in a bit of a rest and digest state. Also making sure that we are not eating too quickly or drinking a lot of fluids really quickly while we're eating. This can increase sometimes air in our system and can make it less smooth in terms of getting things to move through our intestinal tract. So if you're someone that struggles with constipation, try to be a little bit more mindful around meal times in terms of really being slow with your chewing, intentional with your chewing and your eating. Try not to have a lot of distractions around if at all possible, creating kind of a more calm environment, and try not to kind of be chugging or sipping really heavily during meal times. Bonus points, if you're able to have, if you are drinking a beverage, maybe that's at least room temperature, if not maybe a slightly warm beverage, can also be helpful to stimulate that gastrocolic reflex.